Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bungie Field. You're just about to see the first play from scrimmage. And the Jimtown quarterback drops bat, and he's pass is complete. Pickup of about 60 yards there on the opening play from scrimmage for the Jimmies. And not exactly what you wanted to see on the opening play, Brady. I think probably the Lions were expecting that Jimtown would do as usual and run the ball the first couple of downs, but here they open it up with a long pass.
Yeah, you know, the Jimtown Jimmies are a high offense where they're looking to be a little bit more fast-paced than they have been in years past.
So it's 1st and 10 for Jimtown, and the handoff goes to Emerson. It looks like tackle there by Ryan Zelmer. Emerson's brought down for a 2-yard loss. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. Just underway here from Bungie Field. I'm Jesse Bohannon. Alongside of me tonight is Brady Johnson. 11 minutes to play here in the first quarter. The score is 0-0. And the Jimmies break the huddle and come to the line. You see a lot of pink on the field tonight as Bremen and Jimtown making breast cancer awareness the topic of the game tonight. The handoff goes to Tanner Adams, and the ball is on the ground. A melee down there fighting for the rock. And it appears that the Jimmies have retained possession, but that should bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, if you're Bremen, that's what you want to get this Jimtown offense into. You want to hold them to 3rd and long, put them in a position where they're going to have to pass the ball. You know, if we can do that all night, that's what we want to see accomplished from our defense.
So it will be 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Jimmies in their traditional single wing offense. They've got a strong right formation, and the ball on the ground again. The quarterback able to advance it for a gain of about 5 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 4th down, 3 yards to go for Jimtown.
4th down here for Jimmy, 4th and 2, ball on the 20-yard line. If I'm Coach Mike Campbell, I'm looking, probably thinking go for it here. You're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, you know they're going for it because this is the time of the game when they want to show Bremen who's boss. So we'll see if Jimtown can pick up the 1st down, or if Bremen's 3-5 can hold the Jimmies here on the first 4th down attempt of the evening. So double tight for the Jimmies. Tight formation, and the handoff goes to Adams. It looks like he's stopped. And on the first opportunity for Bremen to prove whether they're going to be into the game tonight or not, they step it up.
Yeah, after that first offensive play, Bremen's defense came to play there and really came back with 4 stops in that series of possession.
And so the Lions will take over. 1st down, 10 yards to go on the 20-yard line. And quarterback Kai Slough brings out this Lions offense. 9 minutes, 24 seconds to go here from Bungie Field in Bremen. The Lions scoreless with Jimtown.
I'm intrigued to see what the Bremen offense is going to want to do to counteract this Jimtown defense.
I formation moves to single back, and then the ball is overthrown looking for Holderman. And that'll bring up 2nd down, 10 yards to go for the Lions offense. Brody Olson on the coverage for the Jimmies.
Yeah. This Jimtown defense giving up 19 points so far this season. 2.7 points a game.
I tell you, we missed the pregame due to some technical difficulties, but I want to tell you, Brady, looking at just the statistics that these Jimmies have put together, this is very reminiscent of one of those mid-'90s Jimtown teams, dominating not an easy schedule here, dominating a couple of very tough opponents the last 3 weeks. So the pitch goes right to Zelmer, and he cuts it outside. He breaks the 1st down marker and gets about 5 more, so he'll move the sticks. And a great move there by Reed Zelmer on his first carry of the game.
If you're Coach Holmes, that's what you want to see in that series. You got your senior carrying the ball, getting the ball up the field.
And so as the chains move, it's 9 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the first half, and Jamal Baldwin in the first quarter. Jamal Baldwin with us on the statistics. Thanks for picking up those valuable resources here for us, Jamal. And Bremen with their breath sort of crystallizing in the air here on this first crisp night of October. Single back, The carry goes inside to Dylan Mullen, who picks up 6 or 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, you said it best, Jesse. It's October. It's cold. It's wet. It's Bremen. It's Jimtown. What else more could you want?
That's as good as it gets there, Brady. And I think it's very encouraging to see so far tonight the Lions doing a good job of moving the football on the ground. Yeah, you mentioned some of those blowouts they've had the last couple of weeks, not just shutting out teams, but as we saw, they played Concord, shut them out. They beat up on New Prairie pretty well a couple of weeks ago. And the pitch goes there to Reed Zelmer. He's stopped short, loss of about 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, snuffed out there by the Jimtown defense.
And it was a good opportunity. Jimtown over-pursued a little bit, and not a really dangerous thing to do on a slippery field there. Looks like Reed tried to reverse his field and lost his feet on that play.
Yeah, we've played in wet conditions a couple times this year. First game against Triton and against LaVille. You know, Triton, we had some adversity. LaVille, we put some points on the board. Oh, you want to do that?
So it comes up third down. About 5 to go for the Lion offense. And the pitch goes left to Mullen, who is tripped up on the play. And the Jimmy tackler is Brody Olson.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Jimtown's defense, getting through that line and making a play in the backfield.
And so what was a manageable 2nd and 3 has become 4th and 8, and the Lions are going to have to come onto the field here to punt. So back to return for the Jimmies. Carter Gill and number 9, Evan Oblinger. 2 guys back deep, and I guess they figure with some of the short punts Breeman's had so far this year, they can manage to put 2 guys back there and then hopefully get a good return. And we've got a whistle, and it looks like a timeout for Jimtown. So with 6 minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the Jimmies will take a timeout to talk about it, and we'll take a break. We'll be back with you here in just a second. I'm Jesse Bohannon with Brady Johnson and Jamal Baldwin. You're listening to Lion Football on BroadcastSport.net. And Bremen gets the punt away. It goes deep. And it looks like Oblinger, or actually it's Carter Gill on the return, wrapped up there pretty quickly by the Lions.
Yeah, Bremen special teams did not give up that many yards there, maybe 4 or 5 yards after the catch. Good stop there by Bo Beeson.
And so Jimtown will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. Right about the 40-yard line, so decent field position here for Jimtown's second drive. And already, I mean, this is almost 4-down territory already for the Jimtown offense. And they'll look I formation with a strong formation left. Handoff goes to Emerson, and he cuts it outside. He's able to stiff-arm a man. And Bobby Cornett tries to take him out and nudges him out there just after he crossed the first down marker.
Yeah, Devin Emerson is very dangerous. He gets to the outside corner, and he's going to be up the field and gone. Bobby Cornett was able to push him out and step on the sideline there.
So it looks like a gain of about 16 or 17 for Emerson on the carry. And again, a first down for Jimtown. No score here from Bungie Field. 6 minutes, 28 to play here in the first. And Olson comes and sets his huddle, sends the center sprinting back to the ball, as is the pattern for the Jimtown offense. And the Jimmy set strong right I formation. Breeman sends the blitz, and up the middle goes Adams, who looks to have gained about 6 or 7 on the carry, and in a stereotypical fashion for the Jimtown running backs, continues to churn until the whistle.
Yep, that's their motto, go till the whistle blows.
And so it'll be second down, about 4 yards to go for Jimtown. And I think so far, Breeman's got to be pretty encouraged. They've kept Jimtown off the board so far and have managed to move the ball a couple of times with running plays. But Jimtown's strong right eye formation. Olsen under center. Little false start action there. Looks like number 25 for the Jimmies, Luke Crocker, flinched early, and that will make second and short into second and long.
Hey, we'll take that. Anytime you can back this Jimtown offense up, it plays in the favor of our defense. We saw it the first play of the game, Jesse. Jimtown's known to pass the ball a little bit more than they have in the past.
Yeah, and Olsen is a very able quarterback. If you look at his statistics for the year, he's not throwing the ball a lot, but he's been very effective with it. More than half of his attempts have gone for touchdowns, and he's averaging over 13 yards per attempt. So good quarterback there. He goes option left, and Zelmer forces the pitch. And it looks like Ryan forced the pitch. Reed there for the tackle, but Emerson was able to get the ball across the first down marker before he was brought down.
Yeah, that's one of those things where Jimtown's going to want to get to the corner, get the ball upfield. They have speed in the backfield, and they want to take advantage of it.
And so the Bremen defense is going to have to do a good job of flowing to the ball and forcing the action down the line. If those Jimtown running backs are able to break the line of scrimmage before the defense gets to them, it's going to be a long night for Bremen. So we're looking at 1st and 10. Jimtown on the short end of the field, just across the 34-yard line. And a quick snap there. Looks like Olsen keeps it. And
still
man,
chugging.
Wow. We're used to seeing that from Jimtown running backs, but that's a quarterback right there, and he just had a great carry.
Yeah, that run right there kind of reminded me of Brian Smith back in '98.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So tough carry there for the quarterback. Olsen brings up a first down for the Jimmies again, and now they're knocking at the door inside the 19-yard line, down around the 18. And looks like Jimtown will go strong formation left with that wing back, I formation. Handoff Olsen to Emerson, who got cut off and bounced it inside for a pickup of about 1.5.
Yep, that's what the Lions defense wants to do. Contain that outside, make them not get to the corner and clog it up before he can get there.
So second down and about 9 yards to go. Olsen jogs in from the sideline, and that seems to be the way of the new modern offense, Brady, with the quarterbacks running it out on every play. I don't necessarily like that, but it seems like
I'll hold my
doing
tongue
it.
on that too.
So we've got split backs. The toss goes right to Adams, who is cut off but cuts it inside and is able to pick up a first down. So it'll be first down goal to go for Jimtown.
Yeah, a couple arms out there. If you're going to hit a Jimtown back, you're going to want to wrap up.
And it looks like he's been able to cut pretty well on the field and getting down here in what could be the messy end of the field down here. We're starting to look a little beat up, even though this is only our third home game of the season. There's been a lot of junior high ball out here already, and they've been practicing, so might be a little muddy down here, Brady.
Hey, we'll take it.
So Jimtown sprints towards the end zone. First down, goal to go from the 5-yard line. Split backs goes inside, and is that Adams on the carry, or was that a quarterback keeper there, Brady?
It might have been Brody Olsen right
Olsen
there.
Kept the ball, gained about 1.5 yards or 2. Joel Miller on the tackle for the Lions. So it'll be second and goal from somewhere in between the 2 and the 3-yard line, right here in the middle of the field. And we're now approaching 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So we'll go power formation. This is an inverted or a tight wishbone here, and the give goes to the second man, and he dives near the end zone, and the line judge says he's in. So that'll be 6-0 Jimtown. And do we notice who it was on the ball carrier there?
I'm not quite sure who it was. It may have been Tanner Adams, 28.
Looks like Adams was the ball carrier. So 6-0 Jimmies, just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And so we have a couple of different things that we've seen here, Brady. First we saw Breeman able to stop Jimtown on their first possession, and then the Lions able to run the ball fairly well for a couple of plays, but then Jimtown able to shut them down, and then the Jimmies marching the ball right down the field. No passes on this last drive for Jimtown, just rushes, and they mixed it up a little bit. Olsen kept the ball, and Adams ran the ball a little bit. Emerson ran the ball, and then that touchdown there by Tanner Adams. So we've seen all of the
three-headed monster for Jimtown. Right. Olsen, Emerson, and Tanner Adams. And they all did some damage on that possession there.
So we will see if Coach Holmes and the offense will be able to make a response, if they'll be able to move the ball here. And that's something that pretty much nobody's been able to do on Jimtown so far this year. Week 1, they shut out the Northwood Panthers, who are currently tied for the lead over in the Northern Lakes. Shut them out 27-0. And then they run through that early stretch of the Northern State Conference with not much opposition. And then into, man, I'll tell you, that Concord game they had 2 weeks ago was just scary. To be able to put those kind of points up on a team that was ranked in the top 20 in the Sagarin ratings is just very impressive. So I don't know if you noticed this, but I was looking at Sagarin this week, and the computers say these Jimmies are the 16th toughest team in the entire state, all classes. So,
well, I don't know about size-wise, but, you're a Jimtown football player. You're going to have heart, and you're going to have speed, and that's what these Jimmies have in 2012.
And so far we've seen that a little bit tonight. Emerson able to turn the corner a couple of times on us tonight, and then even Olsen there able to turn away. So the kick is away, and it's short. Fielded by, actually, Bennett slips, but it's Nepper with the pickup, and he advances the ball out near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like a little miscommunication there, a little bit of miscue.
I think Bennett just lost his feet there as he was trying to go for it, and a good job of Nepper there on a slippery field, knowing to back up his teammate there. So the Lions, first down, nose the ball there on the 25-yard line, and Kai Slough coaching his troops there, getting them ready to go as the Lions break the huddle for their second possession.
Yeah, if you're the Lions here, be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. You can't win the game on this possession just 3-4 yards, chunks at a time.
Reed Zelmer goes into motion, leaving Dylan Mullen in the backfield, and a flinch there. And Zach Zimmer with the flinch. And I'll tell you, I've been in that situation, Brady, playing that guard position, and you're looking across at those Jimtown linebackers, and all you're thinking to yourself is, oh, God, don't let me get beat on this play, because there is nobody that you will play at anywhere here in Indiana football that's going to be tougher to block than a Jimtown middle linebacker.
Yeah, I'll chalk it up for just a little overexcited about getting across the line and being able to pop that Jimtown defensive lineman.
So it's going to be now first down and 15, shotgun for Slough. Mullen and Reed in the backfield.
Whistle.
And it looks like we're going to maybe have another penalty here. Let's see what the call is. I don't see where the flag down there by the line judge.
I think I saw false start again.
And so the Lions back up again. First and 15 becomes first and 20 for Bremen, and not where you want to be starting out. Now it's
illegal procedure on the Lions.
You got to start going deeper into that playbook, starting to think about can you maybe run a draw play here on first down? Can you run a screen pass or something like that so that you don't end up in third and long?
Yeah, you're playing this Jimtown team. You don't need to make the miscues to hurt yourself.
So single back again, double tight. The fake goes to Mullen, and good time there for Slough, who gets down the field. It looks like it is complete to number 5. That is Ryan Zelmer. And Ryan picks up about 7 yards on the play, making it second and 13.
Hey, it's positive. Second and 13. Not near as bad as first and 20.
And that's exactly what you want to do on a first and 20, Brady, is to pick up some good yards there. You don't need to get it all on one play, but put yourself into some makeable second and third down situations.
Exactly. Got Ethan Pike coming out wide on this side here.
And the temperature's really dropping here, Brady. Us bald guys having to slap on a knit cap tonight here in the press box. But Slough back to pass. He looks downfield, going deep, and wow, just over the outstretched hands of the Jimtown defender, and looking again for Ryan Zelmer. but actually the attempt was to Pike, and it is incomplete, so that'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Lions. Shiver was the defender there for Jimtown, but it still was able to slip through. And was the attempt to Ryan or to
Ryan? Selma,
okay.
Yeah, Pike was over here on the left side.
So from Bungie Field, I'm Jesse Bohannon with Brady Johnson and our cameraman Jamal Baldwin. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Bremen trails Jimtown 7-0.
What do we got
We've
here?
got Twins left here. The Twins are Zelmer and Zelmer, and I heard this would be coming tonight. So we'll see what they can, who they can keep track of. Nice screen pass there attempted, but a little underthrown, and that'll bring up 4th and long and a punt situation for Bremen.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the creativeness I saw right there on that play by Coach Holmes and the Lions coaching staff. We weren't able to execute, but, get that mindset going of what can we do different to move the chains.
Yeah, and I was watching the Zelmer brothers and their tweet streams this week. You gotta love Twitter. We didn't have the ability to do that back when I was playing, but these kids love talking. And he said that we'd love the Twins formation, so it's a little double entendre there with actual twins in the twin formation there. So the Lions bring on the punt team, and it is Reed back to punt. Snaps a little low, but he gets it off, and good coverage there by the Lions.
Ooh.
Punts a little short and rolls out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a minute 52 to play. Jimtown 7, Bremen nothing, and the Jimmies take over on the short side of the field. 1st and 10 from the Bremen 45. So we will take a break here just for a second, and we'll be back. You're listening to Bremen Lion football on BroadcastSport.net, and actually not much time to take a break because here come the Jimmies.
Yeah, the defense here needs to come step up and make a play. Jimtown's got 1st and 10 on the Lion 45, short field for Jimtown.
And so the Jimmies go strong left, split backs, and send the slot man in motion, and it's strong attack there on the right side.
Yeah,
Looks like it went to Adams, who picked up
again.
about 3 yards.
Yeah, Jimtown is going to take advantage of Devin Emerson, Tanner Adams, and Brody Olson's going to keep the ball.
And so 2nd down, about 6 to go, long 6 for the Jimmies, just outside the 40-yard line of Bremen. And so Bremen's 3 defensive linemen set up. The 5 linebackers take a look. Strong left eye formation for Jimtown, and Olson hands off to Emerson.
To the outside.
Who gets outside and is taken down by Bobby Cornett just after he crosses the 1st down marker. So Cornett wrestles him down, but the chains move there for the Jimmies, and we approach the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. I haven't seen this cast limit Cornett too much so far this season, but I think that with the churning abilities of Jimtown's running backs tonight, it might be an issue.
Yeah, power and speed.
Wow.
Man, Emerson went in there like a bullet.
Great collision there. Cornett coming up on run support and is just run over by Devin Emerson, who still picks up 4 yards. Got another 2 after contact, so wow, what a collision.
You got about 2nd and 6 here for the Jimmies.
And Jimtown just continues to pound that football, as we know they will. And the scary part is for Bobby Cornett coming up on run support, they're going to pound it and pound it and pound it till he comes up too quick, and then they're going to dump it over the top. So hopefully he'll be able to stay home. Here we go. Play action, fake, going deep. It looks like it's going to be intercepted there.
Cornett.
Jacob Bennett on the interception.
Bennett.
So just as I was getting ready to predict Jimtown taking advantage of it, I think that's good coaching there by the Bremen staff, knowing that that's their pattern, and Bennett read his cue and was able to step in there and pick off the ball. So great play there by number 20, Jacob Bennett.
Yeah, Brody Olson, their Jimtown quarterback, kind of floated that ball and gave the Lions defense plenty of time to react. And I want to make an observation here, Jesse. We got rain starting to come back into this Northern Indiana ball game tonight.
Well, and I tell you, even being here in the press box, this wind is bone-chilling, so those kids have got to be cold out there. But Bremen goes I formation. receivers right and left, and as you said, Brady, here comes the rain. The shift goes split backs. And the toss goes to Reed Zelmer, who just gets out of the end zone. And a dangerous play there for the Lions. Good, quick pursuit for the Jimmies. And they'll be looking at a first and about, they gave them some good progress there. 1st and 11 on that, the last play of the first quarter. So thanks for listening in tonight. It's Bremen football in the rain from Bungie Field. I'm Jesse Bohannon, alongside me Brady Johnson, Jamal Baldwin, and we will be back here for another 15 minutes of Bremen football. Just if you've got any comments for us, hope you'll send us an email at sales@broadcastsport.net. Let us know that you're listening, and hopefully these Lions will be able to take what has been not so bad of a first quarter and turn some points in here in the second. All right, Bremen football here at Bungie Field versus the Jimtown Jimmies, the classic matchup, the one that we wait for all year, and Bremen hanging tough so far as the Jimmies lead 7-0.
Yep, this is the game you're waking up at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday in the middle of January to lift weights.
And the handoff, the Lions give the ball up the middle. It looks like Reed Zelmer on the carry. He picks up about 3 to make it 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep preaching it all night. If you're the Lions, stay patient. Stay patient, stay patient, stay patient.
And so big down here for the Lions with this kind of field position, Brady. They cannot afford to go into a 4th down and then have to punt into not a lot of wind tonight, but it's going to probably be a short punt if they have to try it here. So Lions go single back again, and Slough looks to pass down the field. He's hustled, he's hurried, and he barely gets the ball away. The ball is incomplete.
Good call by the official. He kind of paused there. I didn't know if he was going to call it a fumble or not, but his arm was definitely going forward on that play.
And so Slough does a good job under tremendous pressure of getting the ball away. And we'll see if Bremen can get a good punt away here and hopefully stop this Jimtown offense.
Yeah, you're going to have the wind blowing in your face here. You're punting from your own end zone.
Yeah, not a fun position to be in if you're Lucas Schlarb here, backed up against your own goalpost. He's got enough room to get this away, but still that Jimtown rush is strong. And they didn't send much, but here he goes.
Nice
He gets
kick.
it away, and looks like went down the field. Good long punt there, and a nice Bremen roll. But out to the end, or out to the sideline for the Jimmies is Evan Oblinger, who is forced out of bounds. So the Jimmies will take over, 1st and 10. Looks like about the 33-yard line about.
Yep.
This is too short a field for Jimtown, Brady. Hopefully, we've seen the ball on the ground a couple of times so far, and hopefully that pattern keeps up as it gets colder and wetter out there. This isn't quite Mud Bowl weather here yet, but looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, we'll get some blessings here from the turnover gods. So Jimmy's go I formation, strong left, with Nick Olson in that power back position, and the handoff inside goes to Tanner Adams, who picks up about 3.5 yards.
Yeah, you got to give Tanner Adams some credit. He comes out of his stance, gets the ball from the quarterback, and he's just a cannon out of his set.
Well, and that's what they expect from him. That's what they do, every play. Haven't been to a lot of Jimtown football practice. I think I snuck into 1 years ago to go see Matt LaFree when he was over there coaching. But you got to believe that they just work these running back drills and technique, just play after play after play, because they don't do anything fancy with their offense. They just do it consistently.
Yep, it's line up, pound the ball.
So power left, split backs. The handoff goes to Adams again. He's the second man, and he picks up again about another 3.5 yards.
Yep, that's the name of the game. 3.5, 4 yards of carry, and you're going to get positive results.
So Breeman doing a good job so far tonight of not giving up extremely big plays. If you look at some of the stats as Jimtown played, like we said, Concord and Culver and New Prairie the last 3 weeks, Mark Candler, their statistician over there, does a really good job of breaking down the games on. It's basically JimtownFootball.com is what they call it. It's a Indiana Football Coaches Association affiliated website, and he shows average gain per play, which I think is the best. You might win a game and not have really, won the battle at the line. Jimtown has been averaging about 7.5 or 8 yards per play against those teams, while they've averaged about 3.5 or 4 yards. But the handoff was going to go to Olson. It looked like he had the opportunity to read what opened up there, and he was able to get up close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he got it. He had the momentum going forward here. It looks like are they going to call for a measurement?
This might be close, and it's going to really depend on the spot here, Brady. Yes, it is a first down for the Jimmies, and so they'll move the chains. That could have been a big stop for Bremen, but the Jimmy offense continues to march here.
Yeah, if you're the Bremen defense, you need to stay strong here. Keep fielding your position. Stay home. Do your job. Good thing for you.
And so it's I formation again, and the handoff this time goes to Emerson, the second man.
There you go.
He is taken out by a great tackle by
Bennett.
Looks like Bennett again, hard-nosed tackle there, and he took a kick to the neck. And looks like he's bounced up, but he's around walking. But good play so far tonight by Jacob Bennett.
Jacob Bennett and Bobby Cornett was right there to help out.
And so it'll be second down and long. Emerson able to pick up about 2 feet on that opening play of this set of downs. And now the ball over on the left hash mark. So
yeah, 2nd and 9. Put Jimtown a little bit long. Kind of takes them a little bit out of their comfort zone.
And so the Jimmies go I formation again. Again, the read play there for Olson. And this is a new wrinkle in the Jimtown playbook that I have not seen yet. This might be something they've been doing some previous games so far this season.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if Jimtown has their players taking ballet lessons, but that was a nice little twirl move by Brody Olson.
And so that looks like another first down for the Jimtown offense, and now they're down near the 10-yard line and knocking at the door again, Brady. So hopefully again Bremen's going to need to get a stop, maybe some penetration from one of these linebackers. I don't know. What do you think the strategy is there on having Olson keep the ball like this? Are they not wanting to hand the ball off any more than they need to, or think they
wet
saw
conditions,
something?
But they're. You got a 3-5 defense. You got 3 defensive linemen you're dealing with,
And the handoff goes to the first man, Adams, and he breaks away from the defense and is into the end zone. So on that effort, the scissors action distracts the linebackers a little bit, and Adams is able to step through pretty much after that first line fairly untouched. So it's 13-0 now. Jimtown leads. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And on to kick for Jimtown is that 18 or 19? Because I don't see an 18 on this roster.
I'm going to call it Trey Zupan.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. And he puts it up and through the uprights. So now it's 14-0 Jimmies here about a third of the way through the second quarter. And
I got some score updates from other Northern Indiana games. I got Northwood up 10-0 on Warsaw. I got Mishawaka Marion up 14-12 over Mishawaka. South Bend St. Joe up 7-0 on South Bend Clay at half. And early in the first quarter, it's New Prairie 15, LaVille 0.
All right. Nothing surprising so far on there, right?
No.
I'm seeing some stuff from out east as well. Eastside is up 1-0 over Central Noble in the second quarter, and Fairfield leads Cherubusco 14-7.
Yeah, I know it's not necessarily our immediate area, but I see that Bishop Hartley up 19-0 on Lures.
Well, and those private schools always do a really good job of picking up tough out-of-state competition during some of those off weeks from their conference schedules. So, Lures is hunting for that. Would that be their fourth consecutive 2A state championship? So they're getting themselves a tough test right now, and hopefully we'll have another chance to meet up with them here in the later rounds of the playoffs if we can put our ducks in a row here heading in for the next couple of weeks. So, ready to kick off again is Zufan, who kicks it deep, and looks like it's into the end zone as Nepper lets it bounce across the goal line. And so the Lions will take over 1st and 10 on the 20.
Yeah, we didn't really get to talk too much about it in the pregame just because of technical difficulty issues. But, my mindset this time of year with our schedule, this is when the tournament starts.
That's
you have Jimtown, you have Bremen, and then you have first round of sectionals. You have to be in that mentality now of you have to play championship football every night from here on out.
That's right. And that's one thing I like about playing a team as tough as Jimtown. I think this team, seeing them so far, I don't see any flashy players like Jalen Smith, but I think this team across the board is as tough as that Lures team we played in the playoffs last year. But handoff goes to Reed Zelmer, who is wrangled down there by Jimtown. And you see there, even a back who is as fleet of foot as Reed Zelmer is having a hard time dancing around on this sloppy field tonight. He looked like he was in slow motion there after the handoff.
And playing this Jimtown team this year, you get a shot to line up with one of the best teams in the state, arguably the best team in 3A. You get to measure yourself. Where are we at right now at this point of the season? What do we do well? What do we need to work on? And this is a measuring stick game for the Lions. Let's hopefully see how we can respond here halfway through the second quarter, down 14-0.
And a little slow down in play there, but Jimtown ready to go now with 4 down linemen and the monster back. And play action. Great pressure there. And it is complete to Mullen, but it's knocked out of his hands, and he's unable to hold on to it. And you see Dylan's giving himself a hard time for not holding on to that ball, but he didn't really give up a whole lot because he was only going to pick up about 2 yards anyway. And now we'll see 3rd and long. And so Slough comes back out, and Mullen heads to the sideline.
Yeah. Since that first possession for the Lions, when we picked up a first down or two, we haven't really been able to do too much offensively.
And Jimtown flip-flops the defense to react to Breeman's formation.
Timeout Lions.
And so I guess Coach Holmes wants to talk about it a little bit. And so here's something that you might know a little bit about here, Brady. I guess tomorrow is that our Lions are going to be in action, the soccer team against the Argus Dragons for the sectional championship. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I have the opportunity to teach down at Argus, and I know the Dragons are a very strong program when it comes to soccer. I know they have a legitimate Division I soccer recruit in sophomore Damon Bakley. He's a good kid I know very well. Being recruited through the rumor mill by Akron University, which won the NCAA championship last year. Very heavily recruited. He's got schools from Florida coming into town talking to him. He's got schools from California. Argus has talent. They went 14-1-1 this year. Their only loss was to number 3 ranked Warsaw in 2A.
All right. Well, and those Bremen soccer players, not too shabby themselves. No. They're also undefeated, 15-0-2 for the season, and a lot of talent on that Lions soccer squad. A lot of tailback types out there playing for Coach Yoder's squad. But here we go back to the football field, and the snap is long. Slough catches it and is able to fall on it. And it looks like about a 5-yard, 7-yard loss there, and the Lions will be punting from about 4th and 15. So not a good way to handle 3rd and long there.
No, you come into this game against Jimtown, you cannot make miscues. Jimtown's going to do enough to force you to make mistakes. Bremen cannot make mistakes by themselves.
And so now the Lions, looking at the scoreboard, shows 4th and 16. Carter Gill back deep for the Jimmies, and Schlarb to punt for Bremen. There goes the snap, and not much pressure there. Schlarb getting off a beautiful punt there.
Oh, beautiful. I like it.
Forced the fair catch, and then a dropped ball there by Oblinger, who's able to cover it there at the 45-yard line. So now finally Bremen's gotten Jimtown out of their territory, and now the Jimmies are going to have to go at least 55 yards for a touchdown.
All right, take a deep breath here. Okay. You make a stop here. You get the ball back. You know, you got time to put a score on the board.
And sprinting out of the huddle is Jimtown, looking excited to be back on offense again. Emerson and Adams again in the backfield. Strong formation right. And the Jimmy set. Inside handoff goes to Adams. And, man, I tell you, they always do a good job. He was stopped there at the line of scrimmage. The Lions ankle tackling, as they always do here during Jimtown week, and Adams able to fall forward for another yard. So I tell you, Brady, I think that's one thing. If there's one thing that kind of annoys me a little bit about how we approach Jimtown week, is I think we try to play them maybe a little bit differently than we do everybody else as far as tackling too low. I wish sometimes we just play our game this week. But anyway, I formation for Jimtown, and the handoff goes to Emerson, the second man. He jumps over the pile and is close to the first down, so it should be about 3rd and 1 or 2, depending on the spot of the ball here.
Yeah, that's Devin Emerson. That's about the 4th or 5th carry I've seen where he just seems to shoot out of a cannon. And before we're even making a hit, he's 7-8 yards up the field.
Yeah, and again, when you're tackling low like that, it's gonna take his legs out. He's not gonna score a touchdown, but he's gonna get 3-4 more yards after contact. So here we go again, split backs. Emerson and Adams, and the quarterback sneak. Olsen keeps the ball and picks up about 2.5 yards for the first down.
Yep, and Jimtown's doing exactly what they want to do, the three-headed monster. They're going Tanner Adams, they're going Devin Emerson, they're going Brody Olsen.
And they'll run that cycle about 3 times, and then they'll throw the ball.
Yep.
And it's almost formulaic there. But approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first half, Jimtown leads Bremen 14-0. And it's 1st and 10 Jimmies from the 45-yard line. I formation, strong left. Olsen sets his troops, takes the handoff, and gives to Emerson, who jumps the pile again and is teed up. Looks like by Bobby Cornett. And Jacob Bennett coming in with that run formation from the secondary. So it'll be 2nd down and about 7 to go for Jimtown.
Man, I've been watching Devin Emerson for 3 years. And he looks kind of like a mini Jalen Smith with more speed.
You think he's got more speed than Smith?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. He's that traditional Jimtown number 1. Reminds me of Adrian Pettis and a whole lot of other guys there. But Olsen takes the snap, drops back to pass, 7-step drop, looks down deep, and he is complete. This time to Carter Gill, who's in across the goal line again. And what's got to hurt about that one is that Bobby Cornett saw that thing coming the whole way and just misplayed it.
Yep.
So good completion there for Olsen, putting it right on the money, and Gill running a good route there. And now we have 3 touchdowns on the board here.
Yep.
As the Jimmies lead 20-0 here from Bungie Field. Yep. And now on here to kick the extra point.
You called it, Jesse. You know that pass was coming sooner or later, and Jimtown was able to execute.
And again, you can tell by the stats that Olsen's had so far this year, it's nothing complicated that they're doing in that passing game. It's those long passes up the sidelines and up the middle. And now it's 21-0 Jimmies with 4 minutes and 7 seconds to play here from Bungie Field. Jesse Bohannon, Brady Johnson. It's Bremen Lions football here on BroadcastSport.net. Lions football here from Bungie Field. I'm Jesse Bohannon with Brady Johnson and Marty Huber there sending out the kick return team, wondering if he's got any tricks up his sleeve as the Lions trail by 3 touchdowns here late in the second half. Jacob Bennett and Eric Nepper deep to return for Breeman, and desperately in need of a score here before halftime because it gets really hard to hit that locker room if you're down 3 touchdowns at this point, Brady.
Yeah, keep the fight. Keep the fight.
And I think the number one thing is, as much as you'd love to throw the ball right now, you can't afford any turnovers. High, shallow kick there, and a typical Jimtown traditional kick. But there goes
Zelmer.
There goes Ryan Zelmer with a decent return there, and almost making him pay on that short kick. I tell you, I hate that kick.
You've talked about that the last couple of years.
Whenever the conditions get a little sloppy here, I think Bill Sharp invented that kick for a very talented guy he had on his squad about 15 years ago by the name of Rob Menchinger, who holds the national scoring record for all his PATs. And if they didn't get 2 turnovers on us as they put us away in the semi-state on that exact play, man, if I never see that again, it'll be too soon. But the Lions go set here. And it'll be Slough under center with Mullen and Reed Zelmer stacked in the I formation.
Coach Holmes is not happy about something, calling a quick timeout there.
And he is all up in the grill of Kai Slough there, wanting maybe a little more composure or leadership from his junior quarterback at this point of the season. But he's going to talk it over with the offense and see if the Lions can't put something together here on this probably the last offensive drive of the first half. Bremen cheerleaders there on the sideline trying to get their fans back into it, but it is a kind of a small crowd tonight for a Bremen Jimtown game. Used to seeing standing room only on the Jimtown side and a fairly full house for the Lions, but with temperatures in the high 40s on this rain, keeping the crowds away tonight. Slough under center, I formation. Receivers left and right, and the handoff goes inside to Reed Zelmer, who picks up about 2.5 yards on the carry.
Hey, positive, moving forward.
Keon Johnson on the tackle for the Jimmies. And it'll be second down at about 7.5, 8 yards for the Lions. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Jimmies lead 21-0.
Yeah, give this Jimtown defense credit. We have not been able to really put too much together on offense since the first possession.
And good penetration there by the Jimmy linebackers, and not much doing there for Reed Zelmer. Mason Brown being pretty aggressive there, finishing off the tackle and letting Zelmer know that it's not going to be easy running against this Jimmy defense. So Zelmer picks up maybe a half a yard on the carry, and now it's third down and long for the Lions.
Yeah, this is your typical Jimtown defense. Short, stout, strong, willing to punch you.
And so you almost start thinking right now about what do you have to do for field position, because you don't want to give these Jimmies the ball here in the short end of the field. But nice run there by Zelmer. He breaks one tackle and is up across the 50-yard line for a first down gain. Nice job there by breaking the ankle tackle for Reed Zelmer.
Positive, positive, positive. That's what you want to see. I said earlier, we got to keep the fight, and the Lions offense responded there. Good run by Reed Zelmer.
And that really the first time the Lions have moved the chains since the first quarter. So good pickup there, and maybe a little momentum heading into halftime. If the Lions can get on the scoreboard here, they might have a shot at it here in the second half. So, again, I formation. Slot receiver is right now. That's pitch to Reed Zelmer, who evades the tackler, gets back across the line of scrimmage, and picks up about 3 yards. He made something out of nothing there, and now we've got 2 Jimmies down on the ground, but they're hopping up there. Casey Adams and Brody Olson on the tackle for the Jimmies, and you can tell, Brady, this is the time of the game when you start getting a little cold out there, and so Coach Campbell sending in Cody Spurgeon and pulling out John Hurt, and I'm guessing John Hurt's brother of that Hurt I used to play against back in the, or a cousin
nephew,
or something.
maybe.
Yeah, who knows? I guess that was a while ago. It might be his boy at this point. But here it is. It's Ryan Zelmer in motion. The pitch goes to Bennett, and he goes to throw the ball. He's able to get it away and pass.
Oh, there you go. Pass
That's
interference.
15 yards, and great job by Jacob Bennett holding on there and getting the ball in the neighborhood of his receiver. And so
and the Jimtown defense got a little aggressive and got in there early.
And that is a good job of being composed in the face of some really great pressure there from Jimtown. So the penalty will be pass interference. It will be 15 yards. And that'll be a first down for Bremen. So now the Lions getting close to, I'd hate to say field goal position because we need to get a touchdown here, but every little bit helps.
Yep.
And every little thing that helps boost the confidence helps. So down now near the 30-yard line with 1 minute and 27 seconds, and I believe Bremen's only got one timeout left. Is that right?
I believe that is correct.
So we have I formation. Receivers are Pike and Zelmer. Zelmer to the near side, Pike to the far. And the handoff goes to Reed Zelmer, who evades a couple of tackles.
Chugging.
Picks up about 4.5, 5 yards on the carry. And looks like another Jimmy, slow to get up this time. It's Brody Olson. And wow, that's not what you want to see from the Jimtown defense there, is having your quarterback taking big licks on defense.
Yeah, limping around still.
And you would think, Brady, with the kind of depth and the numbers they have on their sideline, they could find somebody else to play linebacker besides their all-star quarterback there. So swing pass goes to goes to Ryan Zelmer, and he's knocked out of bounds just short of the first down marker.
Maybe close.
Man, and he's got about a yard, maybe 2 feet to go for that first down. And so here's a big down for Bremen's running game. Can they pick up this third down? Or do you go power formation and go for the touchdown here and know that you got another shot at it here if you miss it? Isolated up top is going to be Ethan Pike. And down low here in a slot formation is Ryan Zelmer. The snap and the look downfield goes to Zelmer. He's double covered, and it is going to be an interception. And brought down in the end zone is going to be, let's see, that looks like Marquise Schreiber, the 6 foot, 155-pound defensive back there for the Jimmies. So, like I said, we could have just picked up the first down there and had about 45 seconds to try to score a touchdown, but throw it away. And what had been a decent drive for the Lions is for naught.
Yeah, that's been our Achilles heel, our kryptonite all year, is turnovers in the end zone. We had 3 times last week when we were inside the 20-yard line and did not score. I can go back to the Triton game. I think we had 5 or 6 turnovers.
And so we'll see. Will Jimtown kneel on this ball? Yep, they're going to kneel it and head to halftime with a 21-0 lead. And so we learned a couple things here in the first half, and I guess the good news is a lot of very good teams have been in a much worse situation at this point of the game than we have so far. And Bremen able to move the ball a little bit here late in the second quarter, and really gave up a couple of big plays, but haven't been eaten up on the ground so far. So need to dial some things in with the pass defense. Yep. And need, I think, probably just to come back to those short passes and running the football, and maybe we can make a game out of this here in the third quarter. Shorten
the game, go 2-3 yards per play. Take some time. First, second quarter there, we were giving Jimtown a short field, and they were able to capitalize. There, that last possession at the end of the second quarter, we were able to get the ball up the field. Unfortunately, the old interception comes back to rear its ugly head.
And that one's going to hurt. I want to send some hellos to our faithful that are out there listening, to my old friend Nick Gerbic there here in Bremen, and Chad Bennett listening as well. We got some folks out in Fort Wayne, Goshen, Culver City, California as well. Looks like we've got a big roster of folks here. Aaron Leeper listening as well. Some folks in Plymouth and Schenectady, New York. Down in Bourbon, of course. Port Orange, Florida. James Slough listening down in Bourbon, and Mike Fair as well over in Lakeville. So let's see, Beard Mania from 46506.com fame tuning in as well. And let's see who else we've got here. I think this is probably the longest group here. We've got Bobby Cornett checking in. I don't think that's actually Bobby because he's out here playing. So anyway, thanks, folks, for listening. If you got any comments for us, we always appreciate your feedback. Just give us an email at sales@broadcastsport.net. We're going to take a break for a few minutes. We may have some coaches from the Bremen Middle School program up to spend some time with us at halftime. I asked them early in the week if they'd come up and share a little bit about what's going on with the 7th and 8th graders. 8th grade having a great year this year, and some good future Lions coming up in Coach Jay Leeper's program in the middle school. So we'll take a quick break, and hopefully we'll be able to have them join us here in a little bit.
Going down. It's going down. Hey, I know you think you the one, homie. It's going down. Can't nobody escape gravity. It's going down. Yes, sir, it's about to go down. It's firing to the ground, but I don't think it's gonna slow down. It's fouling where it's fouling. This building's got to blow down. We just going in circles. We don't get enough to go round. What happens when your life is never brought? A storm is coming, can't nobody's let it snow. It's here to crowd, but I gotta let you know. It'll help you look beyond this world like a telescope. Yeah, you can stack your money in the air till it's raining honeys all around your atmosphere. You can build a mansion sky high till can't nobody see the roof when they drive by. But if they hit you like a drive-by, and tell that stuff you acquired, you gotta say bye, bye. I ain't gon' lie, yeah, you may go down in history, but everything will go down eventually. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. It's going down. 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 I see the sky falling. It's going down. Going down. And ain't no rain to stop it. It's going down. Going down. I hear the Lord calling. It's going down. Going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Rather coming down with it. Cold world, condition is sin. Here is the illness. It's sickening. Affliction so erotic. Sickness so hypnotic. Desire in this virus, even though we know it's toxic. Godless. Hollowing the gods that is counterfeit. We live from deep party up deep deal to deposit. The darkness is flowing from my nostrils. We're so psychotic. We still partying like we not sick. YOLO, homies, so pour another glass. Roll another one up. Let's put on another mask. Another bundle of cash. Another shorty the bag. Same thing every day. Groundhog under grass. Man, turn the music up and sound on it. Got the things I'm living for is dead and I'm the living proof. Shoot, the sky's falling, ain't no need to panic. Unless we party till the cracks, seeing Jesus standing, coming down. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. It's going down. 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 I see the sky falling. It's going down. Going down. And ain't no rain to stop it. It's going down. Going down. I hear the Lord calling. It's going down. Going down. It's going down. It's going down. You scared? I'm not. There's a time for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. There's a time of the world as we know it will end. When that is, I don't know, but it is going down. Listen, it's going down. Holla Mayday. Them fiends looking for candy and them dealers got that payday. I seen them child soldiers, they was loading up some AKs. Ain't playing modern warfare. Don't you know ain't a warfare? Scales never even, but they be triple beaming. They keep them fiends fiending. The devil stays scheming. And dreamers steady dreaming. But ain't no hope here. Ain't no satisfaction in money, women, and clothes here. Oh yeah. Them Christians and Christian are the shade. Can't some young men say the stuff we gotta say? Cause everything is falling, it can happen any day. Your world come tumbling down and ain't no way to get away. You ain't never gon' say, you ain't hearing from the crate. If I die before I wake, I pray to the Lord your soul will take. All these drunken nights are empty like the bottles that we break. And you can't get high enough to escape. It's going down. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. It's going down. 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 I see the sky fall. It's going down. Going down. And ain't no way to stop. It's going down. Going down. I hear the Lord call. It's going down. Going down. It's going down. Yeah. It's going down. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. They ride around pretending I've been had it, I've been done it. I promise that it's all empty. They say they riding Bugattis, may put some babies through college. We're trying to act like the trap is cool, cause we tired of hearing that garbage. Like bags of white, pints of lean. I've been boy since a teen, but this ain't what we meant to be. And y'all don't make no sense to me. You pump faking, ain't shooting, ain't killing, ain't doing half them things you say you're doing. But 116 we stay true and ain't dope dealing, ain't coke pimping. Talking about my own folk killing. We on that Jesus soul healing, so serious, gorillas, wild angry, can't tame us, been changed, can't change us. 116, you can't shame us. Live that truth, you can't blame us. You say he bought the block, faking. In his song, you say he gangster, but he not faking. Say he making money, cash and big checks, faking. While his chain leaving green on his neck, faking. I'm not impressed. So I guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. He was all juiced up, thought he was Tupac. Till them boys caught him, hit him with them 2 shots. Now he in the station singing like he T-Pain. The bullets made him lean, now I guess he 2 chains. He bought that Bentley kid and wrapped it round the 300. No matter how you put it, boy, I'm still a 300. Stop that faking and that flotting, dog, cut it off. Frontin' like your paper longer than the Powerball. You think he's Scarface? Guess you ain't seen the movie. Keep on faking till you face down in the jacuzzi. With some killers in your room with some real guns. They don't make noise and they plastic, but they real guns. Say he bought the block, faking. In his song you say he gangster, but he not faking. Say he making money, cash and big checks, faking. While his chain leaving green on his neck, faking. I'm not impressed. So I guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, guess that make you, that make you a faker. Real, recognize real, introduce yourself. Careful with that cannon, boy, you might just shoot yourself. Somebody wake 'em, tell 'em to stop faking before they end up lying in the woods, buck naked. These killers full of them demons. Why you pretending you Scarface? You ain't really no ghetto boy. Why you faking that hard face? That just made him furious. Somebody called Fishburne, said his boys in the hood. 40 cal hits, burning hell burns hotter. I turn to the Father. I pray and Lord forgive them, cause they lying like Mufasa. They got these 8th graders with their eyes on the chopper. I pray the Lord save them before we drop them and make them stop and say he bought the block, faking. In his song, you say he gangster, but he not. Say he making money, cashing big checks. While his chain leaving green on his neck. I'm not impressed.
So I guess that make you, yes, that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, yes, that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, yes, that make you, that make you a faker. Guess that make you, yes, that make you, that make you a faker.
Demo want to heat up cause the streets is finna heat up. 6 million ways to die, choose 10. And if he don't die then he probably do them again. A passionate catastrophe, the genocidal blasphemy. No respect for humanity, they resort to insanity. Head bang on the glass, call it window pane. Jumping out the window trying to get my frame through the frame. Close range when he point, I just blink out. Fell off the sink when the bang thing blink out. Now you got your thing out, you take life, you give it. You took his life away but you gave yours up to the system. No one to listen, no reason for living. We bought the lie, we can't be forgiven for all our sinning. Killing is the religion, service is in the prison. Ignorance got a slave and our name is in the mentions.
And here we go, just under 3 minutes to go left in the halftime here at Bungie Field. Bremen trails Jimtown 21-0 at halftime, and not a lot of huge bright spots for Bremen so far here in the game. But I think one of the nice things you can say, Brady, is we've been able to pick up some first downs. We've moved the ball on occasion. Have been able to complete some short passes, and the team still seems to have some fight in them. So if I know Coach Holmes and the coaching staff, they're probably reworking a couple of stuff in the locker room. I think they're probably going to try to make some adjustments to that zone read quarterback keeper that they threw in there. And I think if Jimtown probably watched that Knox tape last week, they probably saw that they tried that a couple of times with that one-on-one block between the center and Joel Miller, and it was a little successful for Knox, and it seems like it's been a little successful for Jimtown here so far tonight as well. So we'll see if maybe we've got an adjustment for that.
Yeah, that goes back to us losing out on Caleb Koffel. We're going to be able to plug the hole, I think, eventually. We just have to stay steady, do what we have to now. We're playing a championship-level ball club.
Right.
You just have to keep the fight. Don't panic. Make the plays when the play's in front of you.
And I think, like I said, the encouraging thing is we haven't had any injuries. Haven't had any really. We had that one turnover there at the end of the half, throwing the ball away. But really, I thought we've played pretty well, not made a lot of mistakes, and that's probably the most encouraging thing with field conditions like this and playing an opponent like this. If we play smart and we play focused like we have tonight against some of the other teams that we'll see, especially in sectional action, I gotta believe the kind of effort we put forth here in the in the first half would do us very well against most of that field in sectional 26.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to see a team at Jimtown's caliber until maybe the regional or semi-state level, but, I think Lewis Cass is going to be a scary team. I think a Judson team can be a very difficult out. I think a Rochester team, though they're down, they're not going to be. I think a Rochester team is probably pretty equal to us. I think a team like Fairfield, maybe a team somewhat equal to us. So we just have to use the second half as an opportunity to get better. Let's move the ball offensively. Let's make the plays defensively. And, if I'm Coach Holmes, I'm preaching, get better. You know what you did in the first half. Now let's do the second half a little bit better.
Yeah, and I think that was the big key coming into tonight. I mean, pride is always on the line, and especially in this matchup between two teams who have such a storied rivalry going on. You never want to come into a game and say, well, winning's not a big deal tonight, because it always is. But conference not really on the line for us tonight. We could deny Jimtown a share of the conference, or we could deny them the outright win tonight with a win. But also this is not a team that we're going to need to face in the playoffs. So our big thing is do our thing, play against this kind of tough competition that you're going to see from Jimtown, and hopefully be a better football team tomorrow morning than we were when we woke up today.
Yep. You cannot simulate a team like Jimtown in practice.
No.
So you got to take it as an opportunity. You get a chance to see what one of the top teams in the state looks like. Okay? Are you going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with them? Or are you going to back down and kind of cower in the second half? And if I know what I've seen from Coach Holmes in his first 2.5 years at Bremen, these Lions are going to come out and be ready to take Jimtown's best punch and hopefully deliver one or two of their own.
That's right. So, Brady, let's run down some of these scores we see coming in from around the area. Again, Mishawaka is up on Marion, 20-14 in the third quarter. Northwood still up 10-0 at halftime over Warsaw. Penn 37, Riley nothing in the third quarter. Prairie Heights is leading West Noble 14-0. Adams 15, Elkhart Central nothing. St. Joe 7, Clay nothing. A real defensive battle there up in South Bend in the fourth quarter. Concord is bouncing back from their loss last week to Plymouth. They're up 21-0 on Northridge in the second quarter. Glenn and Culver are reporting scoreless still. Knox is up 2 touchdowns on Triton, 14-0 in the second quarter. And New Prairie all over LaVille. In the second quarter, still 35-0 as we expected, with Coach Radke going for his 300th career win. Can you believe that? You get a guy like Coach Bungie, who coached here for as long as he did, and he was short of 200 wins. And Coach Huber, with all the success he had over his 10-year career, was just shy of 100. So congratulations to Coach Radke picking up his 300th win tonight, and congratulations to the Newbury program for picking up a guy like that during the offseason. So it looks like we're ready to go here for second half action. Coach Huber sending out Bennett, Nepper, and the kick return team here for looks like the kick return team, because we did kick off to start the game.
Yep. Looks like we got Nepper going back, Bennett going back.
And you got that front line that looks a whole lot like our front seven from the 3-5 defense. And so it will be Trey Zufan, the 5'10", 155-pound kickoff man for the Jimmies, to boot it deep, hopefully. We'll see what he does. But again, whenever Jimtown gets in this position, you can never be too sure about what they're going to do with this kickoff team. But the ball is short.
Low.
And down around the 25-yard line. Nepper picks it up and breaks a tackle at the 30, gets up near the 35.
So the Lions are going to come out to ball on the 35-yard line. Let's see what adjustments we made at halftime. Just stay patient, be positive. Let's do something to get the ball moving up the field.
And so the Jimmy's set on defense. Looks like Hurt was not hurt too badly. He's back in there at that defensive tackle position. A teammate there, Keon Johnson. Beslau under center, I back, Mullen and Reed Zelmer. The give is to Reed inside, and he picks up about 2 yards, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Tanner Adams on the tackle for the Jimmies. And Gary Hudson concurs down there on the PA announcement, so I must have had the right Jimmy on that one. But it'll be second down, about 8 yards to go for Bremen. Receivers go near and far. It'll be Pike here on the near side, Ryan Zelmer far side, I formation, and Zelmer in motion. Handoff is to Reed, and he breaks one tackle, is upended by Hurt there at the 40-yard line, and picks up about 5 yards to make it 3rd and short for Bremen.
Yeah, Bremen was lucky they kind of got away with one there. Jimtown was quick off the snap and was able to get in the backfield. Luckily, the Jimmy tackler was able to overplay the runner there and were able to get the ball upfield.
And that's been the difference traditionally in the defensive strategies between Bremen and Jimtown. Jimtown likes to tackle you as deep in the backfield as they can, and they'll send those linebackers hard, where Bremen's got that stop you at the line of scrimmage kind of mentality. But here we go, split backs, back to pass, screen pass, and it is overthrown by Slough. Pressure just a little too hard. And so over the head of Zelmer, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 3 yards to go here near midfield for the Lions. 10 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And go ahead.
No, one positive you can take from this that we didn't really have in the first half is we're punting from the 43-yard line instead of the 3-yard line.
Well, and this is trickeration territory here too as well, Brady. I don't know that we'll necessarily go for anything, but this isn't a bad spot to look at it. We'll see whether Slough gets a good, not Slough, but wow, fantastic punt. Shoot, great kick there by
got a breakdown on the ball,
and maybe out-punted his coverage a little bit.
Out.
And it's Evan Oblinger on the return up near the 45-yard line. And it looks like he got a 30-yard return on there. John Stoller on the tackle for the Lions, and you gotta love the effort there by Schlarb getting that punt down there. He kicked that thing about 50 yards, but maybe a little too quick down there for the coverage.
Yeah, that's one of those case of out-kicking your coverage.
And so the Lions defending on the Jimmy 46-yard line. Cody Spurgeon runs quick up to the line for the Jimmies, and there's the snap. Give is to Emerson, and great run. He just continues to fight through tacklers.
Yeah.
Pick up about 8 or 8.5 on the carry.
Yep.
Bobby Cornett on the tackle for the Lions.
Yeah, Bobby Cornett's a heck of a football player, but you don't want to see your safety making all the tackles.
But that has traditionally been something that you usually see with against Jimtown. The way they block and the way those running backs run, you almost have to expect your safety to come up and run support. It's a tough spot to be in when your ultimate responsibility is to cover the pass. But the give goes to Adams, and he's across the 1st down marker. Moving those chains for the Jimmies.
Yep.
The gain was for about 4 yards.
Yep. Looks like Coach Campbell's got his Jimtown formula going. He went to Emerson. He went to Adams. The recipe hasn't changed too much tonight. Let's look for something from maybe Olsen. Maybe look for Olsen to go in the air here.
1st and 10 for Jimtown. Strong formation right at the 43-yard line, and the handoff goes to Emerson. Outside, he's cut off by Pike and taken down for no gain.
I like it. I like it. Give up a first down, come back, and meet your challenge head on right there and make the stop in the backfield.
And so speed met speed, and Ethan Pike won on that one. So a good job of contain there for the senior outside linebacker. And can't say too much how much we've enjoyed seeing Ethan Pike on the football field, the exciting plays and the games that we've won based on heroics by Ethan Pike. He's been one of the top performers for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So Jimtown again, I formation. And the give is the first man, Adams, who crosses the first down marker and is taken out by Bobby Cornett, who takes out his legs again. And now across the 30-yard line and close to the red zone is the Jimtown offense.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm watching Jimtown or the mid-1940s Army team with Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside. You got Glenn Davis and Doc Blanchard or Devin Emerson or Tanner Adams.
Strong right formation, toss right, goes to Emerson. He cuts it inside and is taken down after a gain of about 5 yards. That'll bring up second down and 4 for the Jimmies.
Got a man in green down on the grass right there.
And it looks like that's a man with a big 9 on his back, and that's Alan Louderback. They're crediting him with the tackle, but he's still down. And so we're going to take a quick break here real quick. Want to thank our sponsors here on BroadcastSport.net. Bruno's Pizza in Napanee, who they're open late on game nights there, as well as the folks from Verizon and Mapletronics, as well as Fourway.net, who do a good job helping us out with our internet coverage here. Here in a baseball score here, I guess if you're on the internet at home, you can look that up if you want to. But the Rangers and the Orioles are tied 1-1 in the first there in Major League Baseball.
I don't know, Jesse. I'm a Cubs fan. Baseball season ended in April.
Well, I got to tell you, some people like that kind of stuff. But it's October. It's cold outside. This is football season. I could care less about anything else. So looks like Lauderback's up and being helped off the field by Schlarb and Caleb Walter helping him in there. So hopefully he doesn't look like he's favoring it too heavily. And, yeah, he's up and walking now, so I think he's just kind of angry that he's not going to be in there for this play. So Breeman out ready to play now. In for Lauderback looks like Tyler Koffel there. And they run right at him, but a good job of outside contain there. And the running back, was that Adams?
That Emerson.
Emerson on the carry, taken down by Miller for the Lions. And Emerson looks like he just got across the first down marker to move the chains again for the Jimmies, unless this is a short spot here. Looks like they're going to measure.
Yeah. I think it's...
And they're down there measuring. Looks like a first down for the Jimmies. And so with 7 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in the third quarter, Jimtown leads Bremen 21-0 here at Bungie Field. And now they're in the red zone again. This Jimtown offense led by Brady Olson and being powered by the strong legs of Devin Emerson and Tanner Adams. And the give goes to the first man, that's Adams. And tackle by Jacob Bennett. Adams seems to have picked up about 8 or 8.5 on the, actually not quite that much, about 7 on the carry, which will give us second down. And a long 3, close to 4 yards. And in comes Alan Lauderback back into the game.
Good.
Not moving quickly, but he must feel ready to play. And out comes Tyler Koffel, having played a couple of downs there at that defensive end position.
Yeah, you're not going to mistake Coach Campbell for Jimtown as a magician. It's pretty simple. Give it to Adams, give it to Emerson, and keep it with Olson.
And there goes Emerson again. This time dragged down in the
There you
backfield
go.
by Ryan Zelmer. So a nice, good tackle for a loss there by Zelmer, and that'll make it 3rd down and long, and an opportunity where if you can get a stop here, I don't, again, know whether Jimtown thinks about themselves as a field goal kicking team, but if you can stop them here and bring out 4th down, that definitely is a good place to be for that Lion defense.
Yep.
So we're looking at, again, 3rd down, about 7 yards to go for the Jimmies, and Olson sends his troops to the line. I backfield again. That wing is right. And the handoff goes inside to Adams, who makes a couple of cuts and is down near the 1st down marker. This one's going to depend on the spot. Bobby Cornett on the tackle again for the Lions.
Yeah, Jimtown was able to execute their blocks right there and be able to run that perfect trap play with Adams able to bust
and
up
it looks
the middle
like
to the left side.
Looks like 1st and goal now for the Jimmies. So Breeman's getting in there and making tackles, but man, they are picking up big gains there on those running plays.
Yeah, 1st and goal for Jimtown from the 9-yard line. Wing to the right. Give to Emerson. Slips. And he's met back there by number 32 for the Lions, and that is Brett Lauterback. I don't know if that's the right number or not.
And so it'll be 2nd down and a long goal to go from the 8-yard line for the Jimmies. Jimtown to the line. Lions still in the 3-5. They're flip-flopping there. And the give goes inside again to, that's Adams on the carry. Picks up about a yard. And that'll make it 3rd down and 7.
I'm impressed with what the Lions defense is doing here. They're giving up yards, they're giving up 1st downs, but they're still bringing the fight. They haven't hung their heads. Right. They're coming out there, they're meeting Jimtown head on, and they're making the hits.
And so Jimtown comes to the line in that power formation. Their goal line set, double tight. The give is it's a fake. And and great play there. Lauterback back into the game and able to drag down the quarterback. Bertie Olson taken down for a loss of about 10 yards, brings up a 4th down and goal to go, and it looks like we're going to see that Jimtown field goal unit, which, man, I don't remember the last time we forced Jimtown to kick a field goal, but this is got to be a good feeling for this defense to hold here on a goal line situation.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Campbell, tournament's coming around the corner in a couple weeks. You're going to be in some tight ball games. You got to see what you have in your field goal kicker, and now's a better chance more than ever.
And so we'll see this attempt here and see if Bremen can't get in. This is always a dangerous play. Looks like we got a hand on it. I heard a hand on that after it was kicked.
No
good.
Off
to the right. So a hold there for the Bremen defense. And the Lions still alive with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play here at Bungie Field. Folks up here in the press box are looking at me like I'm crazy, but I got hope. I've seen bigger comebacks than this. So on the field comes Kai Slough and the Bremen offense. And in front of them, an 80-yard field to get a touchdown and about 18 and a half minutes to play. Bremen goes I formation, 2 receivers. With Ryan Zelma here on the near side and Ethan Pike on the far. Reed Zelmer in the backfield's pointing to something he likes. And blitzing Jimtown linebackers up the middle. Reed reads the hole and is able to break free for a 1st down run. 10 yards on the carry. And life for the Bremen offense.
Nice run by Reed. Able to cut it right up the middle. Move the ball up about 11, 12 yards there.
And so 1st and 10 for the Lions just across the 30-yard line. just under 3:30 to play here in the third.
Yeah, we're showing some spunk here. You know, we're not backing down. We're looking a little feisty. We're running up to the line with a little pep in our step.
And Bremen goes pistol split backs. Slough takes the snap. It's over his head, and he's going to lose the ball. He's able to cover it, but that's going to bring up a second down and probably about 18 or 19 yards. So big loss there, and the second time that Bremen has lost that snap over the head of the quarterback. So, man, I almost want to take that out of the playbook at this point because you've given up 2 big losses right now.
Yeah, we haven't shown we can execute the pistol snap. You know, you have a good run there by Reed, and you give it right back. We got to do a better job of cleaning up the miscues.
And so it'll actually be 2nd and 25. Holderman in motion. The toss goes to Zelmer, and there's a lead block out ahead, but a good job of number 50 for the Jimmies. That's Keon Johnson hustling down to take down the running back. And, man, when you've got a defensive tackle that can run down your tailback like that, that's a good luxury for the Jimtown defense to have. And so we'll be looking at the 3rd down, and, again, about 25 or 26 for the Lions. And at this point, Brady, I don't know, do you take that long shot down the field, or do you just try to pick up 15 yards here?
Well, going back to the first quarter, we almost hooked up with Ryan Zelmer. Let's see if we can do something.
So we've got 4 wide here. Single back, and not liking what he's looking at. Slough takes the timeout. So a minute and 45 here to play in the third quarter, and Jimtown has Bremen in a 3rd and forever.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to get a little aggressive here, you know. It's late in the third quarter. If you're going to make a move, you're going to make the move right here.
Yeah, this is one of these situations where if you do want to tie this up, you're going to have to get a bunch of stops, and you're going to have to score 3 touchdowns here in the next 16 and a half minutes. So this possession and every possession here for the rest of the game is going to be vital for Bremen. No more mistakes and no more missed opportunities. They're going to have to start, like has been said before, breaking out those Huber plays like the guys on the internet were talking this week. I think flea flicker reverse pass has been overused the last couple of seasons, so that one's probably out. But maybe there's something else up the sleeves of Coach Holmes and the offensive staff.
3rd and 25 again.
So the protection a little better here. This time going double tight, single back. And back to pass is Slough. He's got time. He looks up the middle and connects with Ryan Zelmer up near the first down marker. He looks like he's about 2 yards short of the first down. And, man, I tell you, you almost want to go for it at this point. Hustle the line and see if you can't get another play off, because you can't punt after a play like that.
Yep. 4th and 1 here.
And so looks like the punt team is coming into the game, and I guess wisdom has won out over passion. Coach Bohannon might be going for it on this one, but I guess that's why I'm up here in the press box and not down on the field. So
yeah.
So Schlarb back to punt for the Lions, and the snap goes to John Stoller, who is very close to a first down, and this one's going to come down to the spot here, Brady.
And wow. I think we might be
I think he's got
right
it. I think he's got it.
I don't know. I don't like where that guy's standing. He's going to the back.
Man,
foot.
that's
I
close.
think it's short.
That is really close. They're going to have to measure this one.
Oh, he gave him first down.
Yes.
That's guts.
And I'm sure that, now they're going to measure. You can't signal the first down and then bring in the sticks to measure it. That's, are they going to measure this thing? I think, okay. I think it's the right call. You should have measured. They shouldn't have signaled the first down if they're not going to measure it, but I think it's the right call. You got to bring the sticks in. Oh, man. So here we go, and basically for Bremen, not a lot going to be left over here if they don't pick this one up. But
first
they do
down.
have it by the length of the football. So Jimtown's coach is a little animated on that, but good carry there by John Stoller, and good call by again, the aggressive special teams play calling of the Bremen coaching staff.
Guts with a capital G. I like that right there.
So 1st and 10 Lions on the 42-yard line. And under a minute to play here in the third as the Lions trail 21-0. I formation. And we've got whistles down on the field there. I got 25 seconds on the play clock, so I'm hoping that was not a delay of game penalty. Certainly, if they were going to measure, they should have given us another full play clock. But we'll see what the call is here from the officials. Offsides on Jimtown, so the 5-yard penalty will bring up 1st and 5 for the Lions. And so not happy about that call, obviously. The Jimmy's front line a little aggressive there. And I love 1st down and 5.
Yeah,
this is my stretch the field down here.
Yep. You know, you're ahead of schedule already. This is a chance to take a shot.
And
make something happen.
Reed Zellmer goes to the receiver spot at the top of the field there, and handoff inside goes to Dylan Mullen, who picks up 6 yards on the 1st down on the carry, and the Lions move the sticks again.
Conservative, but effective. Picked up 8 yards, looks like, on that carry.
And I'll tell you, Brady, if I'm Coach Holmes right here, I just keep pounding it. You hurry up the offense. You need maybe a couple extra possessions here in order to get this done. So I don't know that you've got the time to go no huddle right now, but you certainly want to speed the game up as quickly as possible. But it looks like Coach Holmes is going to take this one to the 4th. And, we're going to run down the final seconds here. Let's take a look at that scoreboard real quick. And after giving up 21 points in the first half, Bremen has held Jimtown scoreless here in the third quarter, which is really a quarter where they've kind of exploded on people most of the rest of the year. So good hold there by the Lion defense down inside the west end zone's to goal area, 1st and goal area. And some good pickups there on a 4th down with a fake punt. And here we are. Bremen headed to the 4th quarter, not completely out of this one.
No.
And
we said at halftime, Jesse, we said, can we continue the fight? And we showed we had fight right there. You know, you're playing a championship-level team. Can you bring the fight? And we brought the fight in the 3rd quarter. Now let's keep punching. Let's land a couple here.
And I tell you, I think it's one of those things where you're saying, you know what, these guys are human. You know, you proved in the first half that you could play with them. You proved here in the in the 3rd quarter that you can hold and that you can move the ball on them. So we'll see here in the 4th quarter, can we put some points on the board? Scores from around the area. 4th quarter, Churubusco trails Fairfield 20-15.
That's a surprise. Churubusco's, I think, a top 10 team in QA.
Mishawaka 28, Marion 14, Northwood still 10-7 over Warsaw. Adams 15, Elkhart Central 10. St. Joe and Clay in overtime 7-7. But we go back to action here at Bungie Field. Reed Zellmer in motion. The fake inside goes to Mullen, and there's a ball on the ground. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be a turnover against Bremen.
Miscues again. You got to keep that ball protected. The defense was able to get around behind, tip that ball. Kai was holding the ball a little bit low. The defense was able to get in there and get his hand on the ball and knock it free.
And I think that that was caused by the aggressive pursuit there by the defensive end from Jimtown. Forced Slough to step up a little sooner than he wanted to, and then really kind of lost control of the football as he tried to adjust there. So tough break for the Lions.
Yeah, Kai's going to see what he did there tomorrow morning when looking at game film. Hopefully that's the point where Coach Holmes can tell him, ball security, ball security, ball security.
But here's the Jimmy offense, and we've got a new running back into the game for Jimtown. But
ball's loose!
And it looks like the ball is still loose. What did they blow the whistle for? Looks like Bremen maybe has recovered
Bremen
the ball.
got it back.
And we do. Wow. Tough break.
Gripper for Tanner Adams. Ball laid around, had 2 or 3 different jumps at it, and the Lions were able to come up with it.
And second half heroics. for defensive end Alan Louderback out there, a little gimpy still on that ankle, but the big sack there on third down, forcing the field goal attempt, and now a fumble recovery. So tonight is the night for Alan Louderback. Great game for him so far. And here comes the Bremen offense. Just under 12 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And we're worrying about whose ball's in the game right now, I guess, and standing around getting cold as our eye backs are ready. It's Dylan Mullen at the fullback, Reed Zelmer at the tail. Your receivers are Ethan Pike to the far side, and Ryan Zelmer here on the near. Kai Slough back in at quarterback, and I guess it was overruled. Here's what's going to be the explanation. There was an inadvertent whistle on the field while the ball was still loose, and so Jimtown's going to retain possession. I heard the whistle. I thought it was early, and unfortunately, even though Bremen did recover the ball, they're going to say that with a loose ball situation and an inadvertent whistle, the offense is going to retain possession.
Well, my problem with that play is nobody stopped when they heard that whistle.
Right, and
it did not stop the momentum of the game. But you're Jimtown, you got a break,
and a big break for the Jimmies as they bring their defense back or their offense back onto the field, and.
No, they're just guessing out there. They're just walking up and down the field with the ball.
And I'm saying if the ball was dead because of the whistle, it should be where the ball was laying, which was another 5 yards back. So not just a possession break for Jimtown. Are we going to pretend that play never happened? Is that what's going on here? Or not much happiness going on here in Bremen. So
and the Lion faithful who not too happy with that call by the officials.
So we'll see. Will Jimtown switch it up and look for some ball security here? But again, Tyler Lundy, the new tailback in for Emerson for the Jimmies, and the handoff goes to Lundy. He is met about 3 yards upfield, and he's bobbling the football as well.
Bremen got it again!
Bremen took the ball.
Bremen got it again!
And man, I tell you, Brady, and now there's a flag, and it looks like there's going to be a personal foul.
Personal foul on Jimtown. If I were Coach Campbell, I'd be grabbing the players by the face mask and saying, "Hey, what are you doing?"
And it looks
what are you doing?
It looks like Zach Campbell, I believe. Excuse me, not for us. We're looking at the other side here. That was Keon Johnson, I think, that got that flag for a little extracurricular there. He was not happy.
Yeah.
So not just will Bremen get the football back, but we're going to get another 15 yards on top of that.
Yeah.
And right now, Keon Johnson's going to have a conversation with the staff there on the sidelines.
Jimtown lost some composure there. Not happy with the result of play. Showed some frustration. It's going to cost him 15 yards now.
And I think what you're seeing here, Brady, is that Jimtown is remembering a lot like I remember in my senior season about how bad I wanted to beat LaVille after they embarrassed us back in '96. They're still angry about the last 2 years. They're not happy with 21-0, and they want some more points on the board. But right now, Bremen is fighting and still hanging in this game. So Slough under center takes the snap, and the handoff goes to Zelmer, who's tripped up and falls forward. And it looks like Jimtown has picked up Bremen's tackling regime here tonight. They're looking at all legs, and Zelmer able to fall forward for another couple of yards.
Man, I'm up here, and I'm seeing a lot of short, stout guys for Jimtown.
Yes.
But one guy that's really sticking out to me is number 68, a 6'3", 275-pound defensive lineman. That guy is a load down there.
Yes, indeed. But here it is. It's second down, about 7 yards to go for the Lion offense. The handoff faked, and Slough looks downfield and connects with Ethan Pike for his first reception of the night. Close to a first down for Pike.
Showing some spirit, showing some fight, showing some energy. I like what I'm seeing in the second half from these Lions.
And that did move the sticks. Evan Oblinger on the tackle for the Jimmies. But now the Bremen offense at the 25-yard line with 10 minutes, 45 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. From Don J. Bungie Field, I'm Jesse Bohannon. Brady Johnson with me. And Jamal Baldwin on the camera as always. Lions driving. Kai Slough takes the snap. Hands off to Zelmer, who is up ahead for a gain of about 5 yards. That'll be 2nd and 5 for the Lions. Brody Olson on the tackle for Jimtown. So quarterback to quarterback on that exchange. And Bremen feeling pretty good, you have to be, with a 2nd and 5 to go here. Knocking on the door. And again, it's Reed Zelmer at tailback. The handoff goes to Dylan Mullen, who picks up about 5-7 yards. And it'll be a first down for Bremen to move the chains again.
Chunks of yardage.
And again, you're not getting a lot of carries for Mullen tonight, Brady, but he's been very effective. He's getting about 5 or 6 yards every time he touches the ball, and that's the counter punch that you want to throw to that. You get that jab there from Zelmer, and then you get your haymaker from Dylan Mullen with all of his power there. So the lone receiver on the top side there is Pike, but the handoff goes a pitch to Zelmer, who's got running room, cuts inside, and he's down inside the 5-yard line near the goal line.
Down to the 1. Down to the 1 for Reed.
And what's very encouraging there, Brady, is they'll be down about the 2-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal, so we're going to have 4 down to punch this in. And Jimtown hasn't given up a score in quite some time. 2 shutouts back-to-back last week against Culver and then with Concord. So we put this one to the end zone here. I say that's a pretty good accomplishment against a defense like Jimtown's. So here we go, I formation. Pike off on the far side. Zelmer here on the near. And the handoff goes inside to Zelmer. He's in.
He's going to be out. There you go.
Almost untouched, Reed Zelmer. And so rack it up. Breeman puts 6 on the board. And that's what those little 6s on the helmet are for, Brady. It's because we score touchdowns. And got to be exciting here for Bremen with almost 10 minutes to play here in the game. They only got to get a couple more stops on Jimtown, a couple more touchdowns, and I'm saying that like it's going to be easy. But got to be feeling pretty good about where we're at right now.
Yeah, it only took about 12, 13 quarters to put a touchdown on the Jimmies. See if we can get 2 more here in the last 9.5 minutes.
And in comes John Stoller to fill in for someone there on the left wing here. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. And the snap back is a little high, but it is up and, wow, no good. Oh. That hurts, which means if we're able to get on the scoreboard again, I'll have to dial this back. I put a 7 on the scoreboard. I'll have to take it back to 6 here. Sorry,
I'm going to blame you for jinxing us.
Yeah. But looks like we're going to see some special team stuff coming up here. Will we kick it deep and see if we get a stop, or will we try to get the ball back on an onside kick? We'll see what Coach Huber's got here. He's down there talking with the guys on the sidelines, and you can see the kickoff team is fired up. They clap aggressive here and then head out for their spots on the 40-yard line. As we said, 9 minutes, 31 seconds to play. Jimtown 21, Bremen 6. And the officials were conferencing there in the west end zone. Looks like they might have some news here for the coaches. Or maybe not.
I think these officials are a pretty social bunch because they've been talking to each other all night.
I think they're huddling together trying to stay warm. It's a little chilly out there tonight. But thank you, folks, for listening tonight. Right now, the Lions making it worth your while. They're putting together a good second half against Jimtown, have outscored the Jimmies 6-0 since halftime. And now Lucas Schlarb and the team set to kick. You see how upright that football is. I'm having a feeling he's going to top that thing the way it's sitting. Emerson and Oblinger back deep, and it is an onside kick by Bremen. It looks like he touched it early. What are they going to call here? What are they going to call? Now, Knox got away with one of these against us last week. We'll see what the call is. This should be illegal touching on Bremen because I don't think it crossed the 50 yet, but we'll see who's going to what's going to happen here. So far, no indication from the officials. No indication. Looks like it's down here, and Jimtown's going to take over at the 49-yard line. So Breeman a little eager. What you got to do in that situation, Brady, you start hitting guys. You let the ball keep rolling and you start hitting guys because you can't give Jimtown the ball in this kind of field position.
And I think we would have got away with it, too. I think we were just a hand in there. Just
Whoa! And wow. I don't know how you let that happen. Yes, that's going to be a flag on Jimtown. They snapped the ball before the officials signaled the ball ready for play. I don't think I've ever seen that before. They were eager to get going, though.
I think I saw a couple holds in there, a couple guys grabbing some jerseys, throwing people to the side. There's a little anger in this Jimmy's offensive lineman.
What is that? What is that call?
It looks like a personal foul.
No, it's not it's not a
Big
personal
hold?
foul. I think it's illegal participation is the call. And I don't know, like I said, I've never seen that happen before, but they snapped that football before the officials signaled it ready to play. So that'll be first and 15.
They came out there with a little bit of anger, a little bit of fight. I saw some jerseys grabbed, some people thrown, a little bit of fire in that first play
that
there.
Scrum there, yeah. Looked like rugby out there for a second, but I think what you're going to see now is Jimtown's going to come out swinging, and Bremen, will they respond? Will they be able to hit back? Because right now the Jimmies want us just to go away, and so they're going to come out and hit us in the mouth. So Olsen hands off to Emerson, and he is stopped for a gain of about 4.5 yards, and you can see even with that downfield blocking from their wide receivers, Jimtown's fired up right now. They, like I said, they want to punch one more in and wrap this night up with a win.
Yeah.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Jimmies.
I like our attitude right now.
I do too.
We're standing right there. We're like, we're here, and we're not going away.
And against the number 15 ranked team in all of Indiana, based on Sagarin ratings, Bremen came in ranked 141, and so we're hanging with them. We're fighting with them here late in the 4th quarter. Olsen drops the pass. He's pressured, and he is sacked.
Still going.
Brought down finally by Ryan Zelmer after a gain of about 2 yards. And if I'm reading this right, number 50, boy, I tell you, he has been putting some hits on folks tonight. I don't know. I don't know if it's the kind of hits that I liked putting on people when I was playing. He is chop blocking out there at that tackle position.
Keon Johnson. He's the one that had that.
He's the one that had the personal foul earlier, and he's put some pretty aggressive hits on people. I'll just leave it at that. So keep an eye on that guy out there playing that left offensive tackle position. But here it goes, 3rd down and long, 3rd and 8 for the Jimtown offense. Split backs, 2 receivers left, and again the passing play. Lots of Dylan Mullen taking 3 guys up here, and downfield is Evan Oblinger, who catches the ball for the 1st down. And I tell you, you got to give mad respect to Dylan Mullen, who drew a triple team over there at that left defensive end position on this last play. I don't know how you do that without holding somebody, but hey, that's that's just my opinion on that one. But here we go. It's going to be 1st down and 10 to go for Jimtown at the 35-yard line. Energy on both sides of the ball, and we've got split backs. Looks like Emerson in there, and Oblinger carrying the ball for the Jimmies. Josh Fox on the tackle for the Lions. And, man, I tell you, this is personal for the Jimmies this year. You can tell they're enjoying being up 21-0, and they're continuing to want some more here.
Yeah, they gave up that touchdown, and they came out angry.
So onto the field again, Olsen at quarterback. And up to the field, up to the line, runs the Jimmy center. They're ready to go. And we're going to have a timeout for Jimtown as the play clock had dwindled under 5. So 6 minutes.
Jimtown doesn't usually have to fight the clock on the field.
Yeah. And I think they were conversing a little bit on the sideline, which might lead me to believe they're going to look for a long strike here unless Coach Campbell changes his mind. So again, 6 minutes, 45 seconds here to go in the fourth quarter. The Jimmies lead Bremen 21-6 from Don Bungie Field. I'm Jesse Bohannon with Brady Johnson, and so far it's been a pretty exciting night of Northern State Conference football. You'd expect nothing less from Bremen Jimtown, and I got to say, these young Lions have shut my mouth. I made some predictions online this week that Jimtown will probably win by 4 or 5 touchdowns, and I'm happy to see that Bremen is stepping up a little bit better than Concord did a couple weeks ago, and a lot better than Culver did last week. So Bremen's still fighting. And it is I formation, strong right, double tight for the Jimmies, and the handoff goes to Emerson, who is wrapped up, and boy, that pile continues to push forward. And man, you gotta not enjoy that too much when you stop a guy short of the first down, and then the pile surges forward for another 6 yards. Brady, reminiscent of USC 2002, or again not 02, but 05 for Notre Dame, but that's the Jimtown running game. You can't just stop the pile. You got to take the man down and hold him fast. But up to the line again are the Jimmies. Double tight, strong right. And the handoff goes inside to the second man. It's Emerson, and he dives up ahead of the pile.
Just looking over some Northern Indiana scores. This one's kind of a stretch from here, but it kind of has an impact on Jimtown. But the Garrett Railroaders upset the Leo Lions 20-6.
Wow, that is impressive. Garrett 2A, Leo the regional champion last year in 4A up there.
I think Garrett moved up to 3A last year.
Okay, I think you're right about that. Yeah.
And I saw another one. This one has sectional implications. Lewis Cass beat Mechanical 47-0.
Okay, so Cass again continuing to prove their strength. But here at Bungie Field, it's Jimtown on the drive. And the Jimmies take the snap. The give is to the first man, Tanner Adams, who breaks through the line and crawls forward for another 2 yards. That'll bring up a third down and about 3.5 yards for the Jimmies. And a big opportunity here for Bremen. If they can come up with the stop here on third down, you might see that Jimtown field goal team again, because with the Lions only having scored 6 points, that field goal makes sense to put Bremen down by 3 scores. So again, fast to the line, the Jimmies. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. I formation, Adams and Emerson, wing right. Olsen takes the snap, hands off to Emerson, who goes inside, and he is met at the line for a gain of about 1.5 yards or 2, and I think he's short. I think he's short. I think we'll see fourth down. And again, in this field position, we'll see what the Jimmies will do. I think if I know how they feel about short yardage situations, this is a no-brainer. They got to prove that their running game can get this, and they're going to try to punch it.
I don't know. You came up short on the last field goal. You want to be successful come tournament time. You got to prove to yourself you can hit that field goal. But I'm not the Jimtown coach. They have their own agenda. I don't want to coach for them.
And so again, I formation, wing right. Adams and Emerson, and the sneak goes inside. It looks like he didn't get it. And if Bremen was able to come up with the stop here, let's see. Wow. Man, I guess he got it. So the center got driven back, but Olsen was able to find the hole and shoot forward for about 2 yards to get the first down. And so it'll be first and goal from the 10 for Jimtown. And I've seen the Jimtown coaches in situations like this kneel the ball out, but with 4 minutes left, they don't really have a whole lot of opportunity to do that. They're going to have to punch this touchdown in. And so it's going to be Bremen, whether they'll make a stop here. And again, toss right is to Emerson. He cuts it up inside and is depleted by Bobby Cornett with the big hit there just inside the 10-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards.
Man, I like Bobby Cornett, and that kid is a ball player. He broke his wrist a week before Triton. Came out, had 2 big picks in that game.
And again, Bobby, not just a playmaker, but also a leader, a guy with great enthusiasm for his teammates and great character. So proud of the contribution he's made here for the Lions over the last 4 years. So approaching 3 minutes to play, Jimtown now goes I formation, strong left, and the toss is to Emerson, and he is taken down again just short of the goal line. This time it'll be 3rd and about 3 yards for the Jimmies as the clock continues to tick, and I think Jimtown is pretty content with that. If they can get this clock down about 2 minutes and then punch the ball in, I think they felt like they've had a pretty successful night and that they've wrapped things up. So.
Got a score from the NLC. I got Warsaw tying Northwood 10-10 going to overtime.
Wow, so a couple overtime games tonight. Also saw that 7-7 game up at South Bend between St. Joe and Clay. And the give is to Emerson. Looks like he stopped short of the goal line again. And here it is. Here's Breeman's moment of the night to prove, to earn some respect. Can we stop Jimtown for the second time inside the 10-yard line tonight? If we can get this turnover on downs, and I'll tell you right now, if I'm Coach Holmes, you call the timeout. That's a good move. So, man, I'll tell you what, Brady, for a game where we're down 2 touchdowns, it certainly has been an exciting second half, and just very encouraged to see Bremen still fighting. So, actually, not a timeout. Jimtown on the field for 4th down, and a big game. Oh! Man,
that's huge,
and that hurts for the Jimmies because now, and here comes the field goal unit. It looks like, wow. So big stop for the Lions again, and I tell you,
that 2 or 3.
You gotta go. You gotta go to the locker room smiling, regardless of what the result is. The result is here, whether it's 24-6 or whether it's 24-14. Man, Bremen's got to feel like, I guess to say a moral victory. You don't ever want to say in Bremen football that we've had a moral victory, but this was a team that many folks thought was a juggernaut. Like I said, they blew their last couple opponents off the field, and shoot, Brady, this is special teams play. Yep. Anything can happen in special teams. If we can stuff this field goal, you can return this thing for a touchdown.
Yep. And then you line up for an onside kick. Why not dream? Come on.
There you go. So the clock is ticking. The Jimmies letting the clock head down inside of a minute and 20, and then they're going to take their timeout. And so leaving Bremen with as little to play with as they could, and with Bremen only having, did we only have 1 or 2 timeouts? They were not in a place to call that, because you got to make sure you've got the one to make sure you don't get sacked and lose the game on that. So here we are, minute and 16 to play. Bremen trails Jimtown 21-6 at Bungie Field, and great fight from Bremen tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to see it in the second half. You know, we took our shots in the first quarter. Now we came back out in the second half. We threw some punches. We landed a couple.
There you go. And I don't know whether they leave the microphone on the game film camera or not, but it's sitting right here with us, and I just want to tell those kids what a great game they had tonight. They played a fantastic Jimtown team, and we're all real proud of the effort they showed tonight. So I think that's very encouraging going forward for the playoffs. And again, I just want to give you guys the opportunity, if you'd like to head out and support Bremen soccer tomorrow, down at Culver, they're going to be facing undefeated Argus, undefeated Bremen. I don't know, what's the road that runs between Argus and Bremen, Brady? We call that the battle.
31-10. I don't know, the Battle of Fur Road.
There you go. So the Battle of Fur Road here between the Dragons and the Lions, and now Jimtown back to their power running game here. They're going to see if they can actually. And a sack for the line. Man, what a fight there by Brady Olson. He continues to fight. And, wow. Is that it? What's the call? What's the call? Lots of chaos down there. I see no call. No call.
Should be Bremen
call. And
Bremen
it looks like it's going to be Bremen ball. Is it an incomplete pass, or is it or is he down? First down, Bremen.
First down, Bremen.
Where will the ball be? Was it a completion? Yes. Breeman now has the ball on about the 1 yard line or inside thereof. And with a minute to play, man, what do you do? Because this is not a good spot. You don't want to give up a safety here. Man.
I don't know.
Crazy.
It's been a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
You got a minute and a half. You want to get aggressive.
Yeah.
But
I never saw that Snow Bowl game. Was that 1990 here at Bremen?
92.
But I shades of the Snow Bowl. I believe this was even the same end zone from the legends I've heard. And now Kai Slough backed up into his own end zone with a minute to play. And the handoff goes to Zelmer. He makes a cut out across the 10-yard line and first down Bremen. And the clock stopped, 56 seconds to play. And again, nothing on the line here but pride. But, man, if we can make this game 21-14 by, are we short of the first down marker by just a little bit. So it's going to be second down and short. And the Lions have now taken a timeout. So, man, in the craziness of the last couple of minutes here, Brady, it's been hard to keep track of with all the different changes and close calls and things. What do you think of the game so far?
We knew it was going to be a fight. We knew Jimtown was going to bring a load of talent. We knew they were supposed to be a top 16 ranked team. We brought fight. We took some punches early. We didn't cower. And, we played an even second half against. We won the second half.
Yeah.
When we were down 21-0, we won the second half. We don't want moral victories, but, these young Lions.
Yeah, they're coming into their own right at the right time where they've got a place to see a decent John Glenn team next week, and possibly to make a run there in the playoffs. And the pitch goes to Zelmer. Zelmer crosses the first down line, and he's out across the 25 and drugged down by a team of Jimmies there. And Breeman will hustle to the ball. Keon Johnson on the stop for the Lions, and Tyler Koffel had a nice lead block there for Bremen as well.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense with Reed back.
Yeah, and it really makes me want to say, man, I wish we had another shot at New Prairie because I think we're playing a whole different kind of ball game right now than we did.
Heck, I want another shot at Tippy Valley.
Yeah. So you think about this. We play this. We play this way week 2 and week 3, and we're coming into this game, and we're well, I guess we play this way against Culver and against Knox, and those are different ball games too. But young kids stepping up and really bringing energy and emotion and some physicality here to face these Jimmies, and now they're ready to see can they go out, put one more score on the board, and you know what. Was it New Prairie put two touchdowns on them, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody else has scored more than once on them this year. And actually, this is one of the only 4 touchdowns Jimtown's given up so far this season. So, man, if we can get another one, that would be very encouraging. Slough takes the snap, hands off inside to Mullen, who is taken down for a gain of about 3 yards. And now the clock is ticking. Breeman quick to the ball. And, man, I tell you, that's frustrating when the clock is ticking and the officials spot the ball wrong. And now Slough spikes the ball to stop the clock. It's now third and about 5 yards to go for the Lions. 27 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. And I tell you, I wish that official would give us those 4 seconds back, but I don't see that happening.
I know. Sometimes you just take it for granted, good officials, because you don't notice them. I've noticed these guys tonight.
Yeah, well, I'll say it hasn't been a bad call game for as much interesting stuff as we've seen. But there's Slough under center. He takes the snap. He fakes the handoff, looks downfield, and he is complete to Ethan Pike and out of bounds for the first down. And that ball was about 2 yards out of bounds when it got there. So a great job by Ethan Pike going horizontal to haul that ball in right there in front of the Lion coaching staff. And so now the ball just across the 40-yard line. Bremen's got 59 yards to go for a touchdown here in 21 seconds. And we're gonna go 4 wide here. From the top, it's Pike and Reed, Ryan and Holderman. The snap is to Slough. He looks downfield, steps up, and avoids the sack. Steps up again, and now he's scrambling for his life. How does he do that? And across the man, out of bounds. Is he? Is that like judo out there?
It kind of reminded me of the old Atari game Frogger. He's a.
I say this reminds me of NFL 2K5. Okay, Stephen Davis from the Panthers, NFL 2K5 would stiff arm and spin out of absolutely anything. And man, it's like that'll be interesting tomorrow. I bet they'll have fun with that in film tomorrow. I think so.
8.5 seconds left for the Lions. They get the ball here on the 44-yard line. 2nd and 7. You know, you're taking a shot at the end zone here.
Yeah, I think you got maybe 2 plays here. And again, they talked about those Huber plays, those tricks. I don't think we're going to see anything with a lot of motion here
I
in the
don't think we
backfield.
want to show.
But we may go. Hold on here. Timeout for Slough, and that we don't have any. So that's going to be a penalty. And if this was the NFL, they'd run 5 seconds off the clock.
Yeah. I don't even know what the book is on this.
I think it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll just we'll restart here. Yeah, delay a game. And actually, I think what they'll do is they just don't. He tried to call the timeout. He just reminded him he didn't have any.
Yep, delay a game.
So it'll be now 2nd and 11.
I think Purdue fans tried telling me about that a couple weeks ago. I think they tried saying Tommy Reese called a timeout we didn't have.
And again, 4 wide for the Lions as Mullen moves into slot, and the toss goes to Ryan.
I like Kolfa out there, lead block there.
And now he's not going to get out of bounds, so that'll be the last play of the game there. And so the final from Bungie Field, Jimtown 21, Bremen 6. And I think probably a little frustration there for the Lions that they weren't able to put another score on the board here before the end of the game. But I think this is one of those respect earner games. You know, you look at again the resume of Jimtown coming into this, and so you stack those 3 great teams that they've played already this year. Northwood, they beat them by 4 touchdowns. New Prairie, they beat them by 4 touchdowns. Culver last week, they beat them 49-0, and here we go. We put up a fight for 4 quarters. We win the second half against Jimtown, and I know that they're going to hear something about that probably when they get to the locker room about getting beat 6-0 over 24 minutes.
I don't think I've ever seen a handshake line where they split it in half.
That would probably make me a little uncomfortable. I don't think I like getting stuck between 2 rows of Jimmys.
I don't know how I would feel about having the opposing team on both sides of me.
I think they figure they've got 115 guys down there. They got to split it up just for time's sake, right?
I guess. I don't think I've ever seen that.
But so I think again here in Bremen, you know, we've got high expectations. We don't ever want to be the kind of team that takes moral victories away. But you know, in a year when folks didn't have very high expectations for us, and where Jimtown is, you know, they got 9 out of 10 of those first place votes in 3A this last week, and again, Sagarin says they're the 15th best team in the state. For us to come in here and fight with them for 48 minutes and to really, I wouldn't say we dominated the second half, but we got it done. We stopped them twice inside the 10-yard line.
And this is going to be one of the scores they're going to look across the state and they're going to say, what's wrong with Jimtown? I don't know if the question's necessarily what's wrong with Jimtown, but more so what got into Bremen.
Yeah.
They brought it in the second half there.
And I think you say what got into Bremen, and it's the heart of a Lion. You know, that's who we are. That's what this program's all about. And you know, it doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter what the expectations are. I'm glad to see that Bremen has gotten back to a place where we're going to step up and we're going to stick it to Jimtown for 4 quarters. You know, it's not like it was 10 years ago where, you know, we were calling 3 touchdown rule by the end of the first quarter and heading to the parking lots. But so we look ahead to we look ahead to John Glenn next week, and I think, if we come in there with this kind of a mentality and attitude, I think that's a very winnable game over at Walkerton next week, and then we should be seeing our sectional draw here very soon as well.
Sunday night?
I think that's this Sunday night.
Going to be carried on channel 46.
46 should cover that.
I believe it's on maybe the IHSAA Sports.
It's definitely going to be on the IHSA website, and then you can look to a couple of different places. Probably late Sunday night, John Harrell will have that, and I'm pretty sure the NorthernIndianaFootball.com will have those as well as at IHSAA.org. So look for that probably about 9:30 on Sunday night. So we'll know whether we got a home game or whether we'll have to go on the road, and whether that means we're heading to just down the road or all the way to Lewis Cass. It always is interesting to see where you'll be in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, we could be a clear up by Prairie Heights, or we could be down by Grissom.
Yeah. So, again, great night for the Lions. I'm going to be real interested to see these stats in the morning to see just how close we kept it. But, again, great second half for Bremen, and good performances by Alan Lauterbach.
Yep.
I'm gonna be interested to go back and watch this archive tonight or tomorrow and see that 3-play series where it was turnover after turnover after turnover.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I liked Lauterbach's
Jimtown
effort. Man, Bobby Cornett, I liked his effort. Dylan Mullen, Reed Zelmer running the ball.
Yeah, and so if we have to name some MVPs for the game tonight, who are you thinking? I've got to go with Alan Lauterbach on defense. Just the big game that he had with a couple of that would be who my vote has got to go to.
And then Reed on offense.
Yeah. Again, second week in a row for Reed, coming back off that injured ankle and not missing a beat. Even on this sloppy field tonight, was able to turn in a great performance. So I don't know that there's a whole lot more to say, Brady, other than we were just really impressed with the way Bremen played tonight. And best of luck to the Jimtown Jimmies. We certainly miss getting a second chance at them in the playoffs. I think we'd love them to be a little bit smaller so we could get to see them again in November. But good luck to them in those 3A playoffs. And always a first-class, hard-working, tough-nosed organization. Nobody tests you like Jimtown, and so we're glad to get a chance to play them. But for myself, I'm Jesse Bohannon, Brady Johnson, Jamal Baldwin. We thank you for listening to Lion Football on BroadcastSport.net, and we will be with you again next week as Bremen wraps up the regular season and Northern State Conference play from John Glenn High School in Walkerton.
Go Lions.